everybody, Gwen here. Thanks for joining me. Today is a little bit of a special video that I wanted to share with you, and I'm going to share a little bit about my own experience personally. This year, it's 2020, well actually 2019, December, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. In 3 weeks, I had surgery to remove a lump and the nodes, and I know a lot of you have been on that journey as well. So I wanted to document a little bit about post-surgery and how to keep that shoulder and chest open so scar tissue doesn't really tighten you up, inhibit your breathing and your mobility. I have to admit that when I first had surgery, I thought I would never be doing a handstand ever again. The thought terrorized me. I also thought I could never even lift my arms. Just putting on my zipper hoodie was very challenging. And I know a lot of you have had the same issues. So I'm just gonna go along 4 stages of stretches for you. And right after your surgery, my surgeon told me as soon as I could to start moving, as soon as day 2, which was so scary for me. But this is what you're gonna do, stage 1. And the length of each stage is completely up to you guys and how you feel and how you feel after as well. Remember, always icing if you need to. But it's simple in the beginning. All you're gonna do is very slow shoulder rolls. Okay, so I am, let's see, I'm closing in on 5 months post-op. So when I did this on day 2, it was super hard for me, but little tiny up, back, down shoulder rolls. As you get better, they're going to be bigger and bigger. I have to admit, even now, and yoga is my life, I feel tightness there. So it's a slow process. Just be patient. No bullying the body, and do it the other way as well. Even if you do 3 shoulder rolls a day, best you can, try and shrug the shoulders up, take it easy, and depress the shoulders down. Now, the other thing that I was told to do, which was very scary to me, was simply raise my arms. So, and I do both of them just because, even though my surgery was on my right. You're going to try and lift the arms as high as your shoulders and lower. You're going to do it 10 times. You can write these down. You could watch the video every time. So I'm here with you. I know it's hard, but I guarantee you with this, it gets easier and easier. Okay, lifting, don't forget to breathe. Don't have to go higher than the shoulder. This is only stage 1. And then you're gonna go to the side and you're going to try and lift as high as the shoulder and down. Try to get 3 and down. That's 3. If you're good, go to 5, 4, 5. If that's good, 5 more. If not, stop. You're good for the day. 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Be good to yourself. Go get some ice. Let's talk about phase 2. Once that becomes so easy for you, rolling the shoulders feels okay now. This is not quite as scary. You can even have a 90-degree angle and bring the arms up and down. Not as scary. Let's move on to phase 2. So you're gonna lie down onto your back, okay? And arms are down by your side. Let me preface that by saying you're still gonna do your shoulder rolls, okay? Always warming up with those shoulder rolls. This is gonna give you a little insight how you feel that day. Then on your back, arms are down by your side, palms face down, lift up. See where you can go. And then down. You could set a timer, do it for a minute. You could set a goal, doing it for 3 reps, for 5 reps. Keep going. Keep going, up and down, up and down. If you need a little rest, take a rest. And let's say we got 10. Now, if those are feeling good for you, make it a little higher and down, okay? So it's all up to you, how quickly your muscles respond. So This one could be very intimidating and very challenging. Like I said, I'm almost 5 months post-op, so I'm a little bit more open now. I'm not as scared, although I do still feel it. You might want to get a blanket and put a blanket behind your head. I'm going to use yoga blocks, okay? Set them up. And what you're going to do is bring your arms up, grab opposite elbow, and gently, gently bring the arms back and relax. Take some breaths. Feel the chest expand. If this is too much, make the blanket higher. If it's too easy, start to make the blanket lower, lower, lower until someday you're at the floor. Hold here 1 minute, 2 minutes. You could do it while you're watching TV. And then switch your grip. So the other forearm on top. And go back again to the blocks, to a blanket, to the floor. Understand, one day may feel great, and then the next day you're tight again. You're holding tension in your shoulders and just need to work it through. Okay, so to come out, bring the arms back up and release the arms down by your side. The next one we're going to do is palms face up, and you're just going to slide and do jumping jacks. So I'm starting to feel it here already on my right side. To be honest, my breast incision doesn't hurt as much or feel as tight as my node incision. And bring it up like a jumping jack as far as you can, and then bring it back down. Some of you will only be able to go here. Some of you will be able to go, this is where I feel it, ow, ow, ow. But I know it's a stretch. I know it's not searing pain. So be mindful of that. And do several of these, up and down. And then last thing for phase 2 is we're going to go into a 90-degree angle, goal post, arms, and lie down. So you're going to see how it is. Start conservatively with your elbows down, maybe neutral, and maybe a little higher. So I feel my best stretch right about here right now. Depending how far you are, how open you are, find where you feel the stretch and just relax here. That's it. There's no pushing. There's no bullying. There's just opening. Just being neutral on the floor, I feel my right armpit significantly. Okay, so that's phase 2. Phase 3, and again, all at your own pace. We're going to do some lying spinal twists with the clock, I call it, okay? So I'm going to show you left thigh over your right thigh, because this is my good side first, and drop the knees over. So spinal twist in and of itself feels great because we've been so guarded, so closed. Taking your left hand, and again, I recommend you do it on both sides, even the non-surgical side. Take that left hand out about 4 o'clock. So if there was someone looking down on me and I was lying down in a clock, left arm at 4 or 5 o'clock. Okay, take a few breaths there. Bring the arm up, set it, bring it out 3 o'clock. Do not do this on phase 1. You won't want to anyway. Take a few breaths here. Bring it up. Here's where it gets tricky. Palm side up, 2 o'clock. Take a few breaths here. And finally, bring it up, palm up, 12 o'clock. Take a few breaths here. Bring it up and elbow down, back to center. Uncross the legs. Even though you're in phase 3, still do 1 and 2 and add a phase 3. Knees into your chest. So here we go. This is my hard side. Now you're going to see my truth. Drop the legs over. Okay? Get into that spinal twist first. I just got a nice back crack. And arm up to the sky. Palm faces up and bring it down. So what are we now? 7, 8 o'clock on the clock. So here, not too bad for me. Trying to open that shoulder. Take a few deep breaths. I do know my back is cracking. Bring the arm up. Okay? Carefully going to 9 o'clock. And there I start feeling it. Start to bring the back of your shoulder back. Even nearly 5 months out, it feels to me like knives. It's not very pleasant, but I also know that it is a stretch. It's not damage, so you need to be careful of that. Take a few breaths there. Did you just hear that back crack? Okay, here we go. Bring it up. And 10, 11 o'clock. Eek. Hold it there. So knee is down. Reach. Look over that shoulder of the straight arm. Take a few deep breaths. And bring it back up. Palm faces up. 12 o'clock. Go slow. You could use a block again to stop your arm. You could use a rolled up blanket until you can get the hand. Likely the arm won't touch unless you're very, very flexible and have that structure in your shoulder. You can get to the floor and breathe here. I certainly feel it here. Do the best you can. Couple deep breaths. It's really frustrating for me. I know it's frustrating for you. I want it to open up, and then bring the arm up, bend the elbow, and back to center slowly. Okay, just stay there. So we had phase 1, shoulder rolls, arm raises, all the variations, always doing that. Lead yourself into phase 2, which is on your back, right? Arms up, and you're gonna do your jumping jacks, your goal post, right? And grabbing the opposite elbow. Phase 3 is the spinal twists with the clock. Take your time. Like I said, do both sides. Adding on. Stage 4, phase 4. This is a big one, okay? I'm gonna do my good side first. I used to be really, really good at this one, and now it's super challenging for me, even on my good side, because for several months, I didn't stretch as deeply as I always had as a yogi, and I was very protective. So we tend to close off the heart, get really tight here. Not good for our posture, not good for our breathing, and certainly not good for regen rehab. This one's a face down shoulder stretch. Definitely do it on your good side first. And you're gonna start face down. And my left arm, my good side, comes out to the side, palm flat. So my arm is a little higher than my shoulder. It's right about there. It's not here, it's not here, it's not here, it's there. So your middle finger is right about in line with your eyes, okay? Left arm is out. I'm gonna rest on my left ear. Bend my right knee, right elbow bent, right hand flat, and resting my head, start to roll over, okay? So you feel right away, chest, pack, dicey. So pre-surgery, I could roll all the way over till my butt touched. Now I can't, not even on my good side. You're gonna hold here. I like to bring my left foot forward more so I have more stability. My right hand is the workhorse. It pushes down and you exhale. Push a little deeper on the exhale. Left palm is flat, fingers spread, head is relaxed. Some people's head can't touch the floor, so you can roll up your towel or blanket and put it under your head. Ultimately, about 2 minutes here. I'll do it another 30 seconds with you. Pushing over more and more until someday both knees bent, both feet flat. Oh, if I'll ever get there again. This is my good side. And then super slow motion. Bring yourself out and onto your stomach. You could even come into a little Sphinx pose, because it's hard to lay on the breasts on the hard floor, bending the back into extension. Here we go. Here comes the bad side. Okay, I'm going to switch it around for you. Arm is out. Remember, a little higher than the shoulder, palm flat to the floor. No judgment here. And left hand is like a push-up. Bend the knee and bring it over. Okay, I'm getting better because I've been pretty consistent the last only week adding this back in. That it kind of feels even a little bit better on this side. So again, 30 seconds to 2 minutes. I'm going to time 30 seconds here with you, maybe a minute. Exhaling, pushing into that left hand, and imagining the left butt cheek comes down one day. Imagining both knees bent, both feet flat, which I used to be able to do. I have a good friend in her 90s, and she tells you Mr. Used to doesn't live here anymore. So forget what you used to do. Just be in today. Work with you have today. With consistent practice, I promise it's going to get better. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days. I still get shooting pains in my incisions. I still get burning in my incisions, and they feel super tight. I still have a really sexy radiation burn, discoloration. Summer coming, that's going to be interesting, but I'm hoping it goes away someday. Okay, so slowly let it go. Come out slow. And in order to not put pressure on the chest, come right up into your Sphinx. Couple deep breaths here. And that's my plan. So I hope you are pretty consistent with it. You will find relief. It will get better. I'm here with you. Hopefully you turn this video on and I do it with you every time. But if you can't, write it down, memorize it, and comment back at me and tell me how you're making out. How is your progress? And I'm sending all love and light to you. Do your best. I'm getting emotional. But be great. Subscribe to my channel so you never miss one of my videos. And I'll see you next time.